Hello, everybody. We are live tonight with Cheska House, creator of
Hey.
Litterbox Comics.
Hello.
Brien Hart, director of the soon-to-be Litterbox pilot.
Hello.
And myself, Ross Bollinger, producer of the pilot. We've done a few of these live streams. I guess this is number 3, maybe 3.5 if you include the Twitter Spaces that we did as sort of a soft launch. Yeah, fingers crossed everything goes well tonight, but we've just kind of been flying by the seat of our pants and figuring this out as we go. We just wanted to chat with the fans and answer any questions that anyone has, and just chat a little bit ourselves, because we've typed so much to one another, yet we've spoken far less words. So thought it would be nice to get together.
Nice getting to know everyone properly.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to apologize if I'm coughing a little bit. I'm sick as a dog. I'm kids bringing back stuff from school. You guys know how it is. I think this happened to you last week, Brien.
Yeah, I'm still getting over it, so yeah.
Yeah, mine tried to get me just before that first live stream. He was out to get me, but I felt it like coming, when you feel it in your throat, and then somehow managed to. I just bought one of the, those like that zinc tablet stuff where it's like cut a cold in half or something. And I just kept downing those for a couple of days,
Yeah.
and it seemed to work. So
those like lozenges that make your tongue really dry.
no, they're kind of like they're quite tasty, so I don't really mind. They're like orange, like chalky things you could dissolve on your tongue, and they're supposed to like make colds go faster or something. But it worked, so maybe try that.
Yeah, I might have to give that a try. I'm always the first one to get sick. I mean, I always am the first one to get sick in our household. I don't know why. It's always me. I get sick right away.
Gotta catch them all.
I'm like the canary in the coal mine.
I'm always the last. What were you gonna
that's
say?
Interesting. Wonder why.
Yeah, I look after everyone else, and then they make me sick as a reward.
Yeah. I've got a lot of drawing requests already coming in here.
Oh, really?
Brian's
Okay.
on the drawing board, and someday it'd be cool to get other people on the drawing board. I think that'd be really fun. I was looking at the Lackadaisy stream because, again, I know nothing about live streaming, so I'm just like watching live streams. Like, okay, I'm like watching live streams and like episodes of Dick Cavett. Like, okay, like here's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna put these two things together, and it's gonna be great. But they, Lackadaisy, they got like tons of people drawing away on their board. Like, it's super cool.
Nice.
So maybe someday we could have some guest artists. That'd be kind of fun. In no way foreshadowing any actual plans that I'm currently developing. We have a lot of drawing requests coming in here. Brian, I don't know if you see them on your end, but we got Shade Black Insane wants to see Courage the Cowardly Dog.
All right.
Vincent wants to see Wendy Corduroy from Gravity Falls. Zachary wants to see the Mice Squad from Creature Cases. Do you all know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
No.
No.
No, me neither. I have like a document that I've started. Just I learned about a lot of new things during last stream, and I have a feeling it's going to happen again. I feel like, as the MC of the stream, I feel kind of like responsible for knowing everything that everyone is talking about. I don't know if that makes sense.
And you need to cover for our lack of knowledge.
Let's see. Okay, from the last stream, well, we have other people asking who the voice actors are. We haven't revealed it yet. We are actually starting to do some casting, and we'll probably reveal pretty close to after the Kickstarter is finished. We're just pretty busy doing Kickstarter-y stuff. I would say that we have people in mind for like most of the roles at this point, really. It's just about, we don't have auditions for all of them though, so it'd be nice to have auditions just to make sure that they actually sort of, they sound the way
we think they will.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's going to be one of the first things that we will announce.
Yeah, we just got to find our Fran, and then things get a lot easier. She's the kind of holdout, really. We want to get it right.
Yeah, definitely. And Fran is a tricky one.
Mm-mm.
I mean, she's just so you, and she has such a versatile personality. It's, it's a pretty big challenge. We have to find like you, the actor version of you out there somewhere. And then I
Yeah.
think it'll just click.
Definitely not me though. And people keep being like, oh, do you want to voice her? It's like, no, I hate this. Think I was saying to Ross earlier, like the worst part of this Kickstarter is having to listen to my recorded voice as much as I'm having to do for all these videos. Oh, I hate it. So yeah, definitely not me, because I want to be able to enjoy the pilot too and not just be sitting there and cringe. Ugh.
Well,
I
there
don't
are
know if
famous
anyone likes the
actors
sound of their own voice.
Yeah, there's plenty of famous actors that never watch their own movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch it though. I don't want to be like that.
Z Meister says he likes your new comic.
Oh, thank you. The Matt Frank collab one was
Oh
that?
yeah, that one was really cool.
Yeah, I've been working on that for a while. Matt Frank is a friend of mine, so yeah, I've been wanting to get him in on that comic for forever. So yeah, it was so satisfying to when he sent me the lines, and it was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then I offered, he was real busy, so I offered to color it to sort of take it off his plate. And I was like, yeah, this will be a fun challenge. I'm going to color Matt Frank's lines. And then he sort of said, I'm very particular about my sort of colors. So do keep me in the loop with it. And suddenly it was like, oh God, I'm going to show my work to Matt Frank. And he's amazing. So yeah, I was real scared about sending the first version off, but he loved it. So, phew.
We got a pledge here, $5 kitten tier pledge from Jacob just a couple minutes ago.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob.
That brings us to 1,522 backers, which is pretty exciting. Not that that's a particularly special number, but just that it's in my
special to Jacob.
Yeah, it's just so exciting. There's so many people that are willing to support this project, and I don't know. I'm really excited to set up the fan Discord server and start communicating more with the fans. I think it's gonna be really fun. Let's see. Icky Submits is asking if we ever learn the characters' names in the comic other than Vincent.
Cooper's definitely been mentioned. Pretty sure Fran has as well. I can't remember. Oh, I definitely made it. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like Joel was the one that was less like whenever I mention his name, people are like, "Oh, he's got a name." But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they've all been mentioned at some point. And kids for sure, but yeah, the parents they come up less because parents are always like Vincent Cooper. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I've heard in this like someone talking about script writing, and I was saying how I don't know necessarily agree with this, but saying it's amateurish to have your characters say each other's names because for some reason it sounds, I don't know, out of place because you don't say each other's names in real life as much, I guess.
Yeah.
Like they use the example as a joke of I don't know if you guys have seen it, The Edge with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin, where they get trapped in the mountains with a bear. But basically, the whole movie is them saying their names to each other over and over, and you kind of use that as a joke.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, well, go ahead.
Oh, I thought that was one of the parts you were supposed to do in script writing was make sure you kind of name them all within the first sort of scene. I tried to write it in to. I was like, oh no, because I got that in Litterbox in the pilot.
Yeah.
I made sure they all said their name or the names are mentioned at some point somehow, like on a.
Yeah, I think it's more like overusing it, like saying it in every sentence, like as you're talking to somebody.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is quite hard writing it in naturally for them to say each
Yeah.
other's
And
names.
by the way, I'm Joel. Like, it's like when you hang out with your family, like when do you say, the
Yeah.
the name?
Z Mice is wondering, who's your favorite character in the comics? Who's your favorite?
Oh, I don't know. I
But
mean, they're my
between your
family.
kids and your husband.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe,
In comic
I'm
form,
a big
totally
Joe.
different. Totally, this obviously has no bearing on how you actually feel about your real family. So no pressure whatsoever.
I'm a big Joel fan. I'll say that much.
What about you, Brian? Who's your favorite?
I like Vincent.
Yeah.
I like the mischievous. I like the look of him. I like the design.
Nice. I feel bad for him because he gets, I don't know, in the comics, is often the worst. The bad things he does makes good comics. So a lot of, people in the comments are like, "Oh, he's so terrible." It's like, oh, sorry, sorry, my son.
Makes for compelling reading.
It was nice in the pilot actually to be able to write a bit more of his sort of more, I don't know, fun side. He's a bit, he's a
Yeah.
complicated character, so he can be a moody teenager 1 minute and then like a sort of just mischievous like child again the next, which is quite fun.
I'm a Fran fan myself. I mean, I guess it's the obvious choice in a way, but I just think
Yeah, I'd
she's
say
best.
like she has the widest range of expressions. Like she goes really crazy, so that's a big plus.
Josh says, I have been a fan of your comics for a while now, and I'm so glad to hear that you're actually going to make a show about your special creation.
Me too. Ditto. It's incredible.
And June says, good morning / afternoon / evening. Is there a possibility for a cameo or a crossover episode that includes Brutus and Pixie? I saw a comic about them.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I have to talk to Ben. But Ben's a good mate, so yeah, I'll see what he thinks. But yeah, there might be something sooner than the pilot on that front. But that's all I'm saying on that.
Okay. Moving on. Let's see. Oh yeah, Zachary's saying he's a big fan of Creature Cases. Yeah, I'm gonna look up Creature Cases, because I'm not familiar with it. Ryan is wondering, how did you get your start in comic making? Was it always something you'd wanted to do, or was it more something that you stumbled into?
I guess a bit of both. I did them when I was younger. I was a big fan of Garfield, so I did a bunch of sort of, I don't know, Garfield type strips, and then I'd sort of do the family Christmas card comics, and sort of did. I was always like the drawer, sort of cartoonist at school, and then went to university for animation. But dropped out after a year. Sorry, parents. And then sort of just stumbled around a bit doing stuff, doing art here and there. And I didn't really do any more comics again until Litterbox. So, I mean, that was like, my 20s. And then I did other cartoons, but not comics until, sort of 40 something, no, 30 something, I think I was when I started, late 30s. So, yeah, there was a big gap in between. But I mean, I've sort of always thinking like comics and cartoons and stuff. So I guess it never really went away. I just hadn't actually put pen to paper for a long time.
What would you be doing in a parallel universe for your occupation? Totally, like if you went in a totally different direction, is there something?
Well, I mean, Fran is slightly different than me. She's a horror writer, like an indie horror writer.
Yeah.
So I guess that. So she's not an artist; she's a writer, and we'll be able to hopefully get into that more. And well, not the pilot, but hopefully if we can get later episodes, that would be wonderful to explore more because I've got a lot of ideas there.
Cool. That's exciting. Color Gacha Gamer is wondering, is the show going to be different from the comics, like MCU and Marvel comics? That's an interesting question.
I don't think. I mean, we're trying to keep it as close as possible. I can't think of it. No, I mean, it's just the comic, but extended, really, like, expanded from the comic. Like, the comic is restrictive. It's more, I think, in the animated cartoon, and then I have to bring it back down to fit in a comic. So this is more real Litterbox, really, and then like Litterbox Comics is almost just little snippets of like what is its actual potential, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a different window into the same world.
Yeah, exactly.
Josh is wondering if we're going to make new episodes if the show is a huge success.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm up for it.
That's the idea.
Definitely. Little bro boy's wondering, will the dog family from the Patreon comics appear in the show?
They're not in the pilots, but we would like to get them. If we do more episodes, that would be fantastic to get them going because they're good fun.
Yeah, I love the dog family. Actually, my daughter's like nuts. She's like dog crazy. She's like always big. She talks to me all because she sees this project all the time. She's always trying to get me to put the dog family in it.
Oh.
She also keeps trying to. She's like pitching me this show called Jungle Puppies. She's like, make Jungle Puppies, like the show that she came up with. Which probably
sounds great.
Jungle Puppies would probably be a huge success, honestly.
Yeah, I'm interested.
A lot of kids would probably watch that. Let's see. Is the show going to be similar, like sort of like a slice of life series, like Bluey? Color Gacha Gamer's wondering.
I don't know. I mean, I'd liken it more to The Simpsons, but I mean, it's not as long as, I don't know. Maybe somewhere in between, I guess, the two of them. What do you guys think?
I feel like you would get a little wilder, a little more fanciful, I think, based on the comics,
Yeah. I guess I don't completely know what the definition of slice of life is. Is that, I just think of that as like, that's like a family thing. I mean, it's family sitcom, isn't it? Or people, I don't know. What is slice of life exactly? I see it a lot, but I'm not sure actually. Now I'm thinking about it.
I guess I would think it'd be like just more on the minute details of life, nothing too like, okay. Adventurous, I guess. I would think.
All right, yeah. Hopefully it'll get crazier than that then, yeah, for sure. We've got a bit more of a wacky cartoon world than Bluey.
Yeah. Even though they are nude dogs that talk, it's pretty wacky.
Naked dogs that talk.
I know.
Bluey's pretty funny. I love the voice of the dad.
Yeah, they're great.
He's great.
I love the 80s episode. I think that's my favorite one.
I
I'll also look at the 80s episode. I was watching an episode of Bluey today, or my daughter was watching it. She was homesick. And they were like drawing at the table together. The one thing that gets me about Bluey sometimes is the family like all gets along a little too perfect. Like even when they're not getting along, they're like everything's still perfectly fine.
Yeah, definitely. There's a bit of guilt watching. Have you heard there was an interview with the bandit? That's the dad, right? Even the voice actor guy says that because he's voicing this like perfect dad, and then he goes home and he's like, okay, I'll try and do this at home, and he says he can't keep it up like Bandit. So that made me feel a lot better. That he's like, I can't compete. It's too perfect.
It's definitely written in like a fantasy kind of everything. Not like everything works out, but there's always an answer to something when there's not really.
Yeah,
like, there's always a trick to deal with the kids. There's always a infinite energy to have the perfect play day where you do all the things the kids need. And it's pretty damn near impossible to really pull that off in real life.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I can't speak for you guys, but it's not an issue for me. I mean, no way.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
yeah.
Got a real life bandit over here.
Super dad.
Well, our car is named Bluey. I think I mentioned a couple of streams ago. Before the show came out, we named our car Bluey, so it's been really like messing with my mind ever since the show came out. Josh is wondering how do you guys feel about Chip Chilla?
I don't know what that
Oh, that's
is.
that other one, isn't it? The
Chip
Bluey
Chilla's like
ripoff one.
this is like the right wing like Bluey like ripoff show.
Well, at
Like
least they put clothes on. They put clothes on, right?
they have clothes on, yeah, and it's chinchillas.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I haven't really
Yeah.
watched any. But...
Yeah, chalk that up to another thing to look up that we don't know. Let's see. Alien Animations is wondering if this is going to be for kids, teens, or adults.
Shooting for sort of everyone, really. Like, so, everyone can sit down and watch it. I always go into the Kickstarter video, but some jokes fly over kids' heads. But yeah, I mean, sort of Simpsons level where there's some jokes where you're kind of like, I hope they don't ask me about that. But then it moves on so fast that they don't. So that's what we're shooting for. Not too much, though. So.
That always made sense to me because with a show that has kids in it, it's like I feel like kids are naturally gonna watch it. Like
yeah.
Like my kid has been even just sort of seeing the graphics now, and then there's kids in it, and then it's like so. I mean, the comic, you got everyone using profanity and stuff, but it's different because it's like, you can be like looking at it yourself and like I don't know.
Yeah, a kid can't just sort of go and look up a comic and, you have to sort of show it to them. Whereas, if it's just on TV, well, I guess, on YouTube, but...
And that answers Z Mice's questions. Is the Litterbox TV show going to be on YouTube? That's right, it is. That's where the first episode is going to debut, on YouTube. Though Daniel...
On this channel, in fact.
What's that?
I said on this channel, in fact, so...
on this very channel.
To subscribe and notifications and all that stuff the YouTubers say.
That's right. That's right. Though Daniel Blumen is saying that he wishes the Litterbox would be on Newgrounds. Just saying. Daniel, the bar's kind of high because last time we talked about Newgrounds, I think Chester
I had no idea what you're talking about.
Newsgrounds.
Newsgrounds.
So there was that's gonna have to take place.
See, I'm getting confused because there was like a news show for kids on like children's BBC back when I was younger called Newsgrounds or Newsgrounds. So I think I was thinking of that.
What was it? What was Newsgrounds?
Well, it was like a news show for kids. It was pretty weird. I can't remember. It was just very short, and it was just like just like a news program from the 80s, but aimed at kids. It was weird.
Dealing with the events that kids cared about.
Yeah, I think it had some serious stuff, and they probably ended with puppies or something. But they should all do that, really.
Roman Rodriguez, the Third Productions, wants to know what's on your mind.
Nothing now you've asked that question. It's all gone.
It just zips right out.
This is mostly targeted towards Cheska because I've seen Paw Patrol referenced in your comics before. Who's your favorite Paw Patrol character?
I mean, probably Rubble. We do like we call them Fat Beaks in our house. We have a Boston Terrier, so we do like our Fat Beaks. And he's so cute.
Yeah, I love Rubble too. We have some drinkable yogurt of Paw Patrol that I got at the grocery store last weekend. And my daughter wouldn't drink she didn't want to drink the Rebel one. I'm like, they're all the same flavor. It's literally just has a different. They're the same. I can't even remember the other Rebel. I don't know. I totally don't get it. It was what's the police officer one?
Chase.
Yeah. She wanted Chase. Ryan is wondering what kind of shows did you grow up watching? And what media do you think inspired you the most with your own art? Solid question.
Hmm. I mean, for me, I grew up in England, so the shows were a bit different than the ones you get over here. I mean, sometimes we get them, but I mean, Garfield was a big influence. The Simpsons were a big influence. I love Futurama. Invader Zim, absolutely adore. I'm just trying to think of my favorite shows now. Avatar: Last Airbender's up there, but I mean, it's not really an influence in this. I just love it. Great storytelling. I mean, that's probably
Colin,
yeah. Hmm?
okay, that's interesting. I was just gonna say Colin Warmbroad is offering a correction here, saying that it was News Hound, and the Ghost House is saying News Round.
Oh.
The News Grounds. Which is it? News Grounds, News Round, or News Hound?
Down to that
News
ground.
round, all news on circles.
Oh no, my husband's saying news round. Oh, news round was the English news show for kids.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. And then probably maybe news hat. No, I thought it was ground was the right one. Oh my goodness. Anyway, what were your? I answered my influences. What are your influences, Brian?
I grew up watching Rocko's Modern Life and Ren and Stimpy as like stuff that was current, but then also all the Looney Tunes. Watched all those. Those are probably the biggest influences, and Tex Avery cartoons. I don't even know if they still show that kind of stuff on TV now, but they always had like on ABC, like Saturday mornings, they'd have like the Looney Tunes hour or whatever.
Yeah.
But those were my favorite.
Do you remember when Cartoon Network first came out and it was, I mean, I guess it's like what Boomerang is now, but it was like just reruns of old cartoons.
Yeah. I had cable for a little while when I was at my grandma's house, and that was when Cartoon Network was on, and that was like that's when I saw like a lot of the Tex Avery stuff because they had like the Tex Avery show. It was just his shorts that I would never probably have seen. That wasn't on basic TV.
Yeah. Jessica, did you have like cable TV growing up?
Satellite. I remember
Oh.
we got that. I think I was like 11 or something. We got some because that's when like The Simpsons started, and I think that was when I started watching that. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell how much different it was. So compared to American stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have cable either. I only had it for a very short period of time. Other than that, we just got PBS, NBC, and I could see through the static like just enough to like tease me ABC Saturday morning cartoons, but not enough to actually be able to watch it.
Oh, that's rough.
No, it was awful, yeah. Um,
Did you guys? Did
uh,
it for you guys? Would it have? This was kind of in the I don't know 2000s. We used to stay up all night, like working, drawing, and stuff. Me and my husband, and they just have. You'd hit a show. It would either be Lilo and Stitch or 101 Dalmatian show, and they just show it all night, like just
Oh
episode.
yeah.
Did they do that in America as well, or did they actually change it?
I feel like they did. I remember seeing that 101 Dalmatians show a lot that was on, like
Brian's
that like
never
really
played
flat stylized one, right? Is that the one?
I
Like
think it
they're
was.
like really kind of like
Oh,
sharp corners. Or
it might have been
you're
before
talking about the
that.
movies? Oh,
Yeah,
before
yeah,
that?
the movie. But I don't, yeah,
Oh,
I
the
think that
movie.
was the
Okay.
new. No. Well, it was a show, but I don't. I think this was before it was that style. I think it was more
Hmm.
like classic style.
There
But
was two
yeah,
shows. Hmm.
no, I'm doubting myself now. I just don't remember. I think it was longer ago than. I feel like that style's more modern than the one we used to watch. I don't know. Maybe my
Hmm.
husband can say in the chat.
MJ Adams is saying Tex Avery on Cartoon Network was such a great collection. Love the Blank of Tomorrow series, Farm Car
Oh
and a few
yeah.
others, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Some of those Tex Avery cartoons like still hold up so well in terms of the animation.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like insane to me that he just like timed it out on paper. They're
Mm-hmm.
like
Crazy.
perfect. Colin is clarifying that I think he was making a joke about Newgrounds. So we had a Newgrounds joke and a Newsgrounds news announcement going on at the same time. So that's what was happening there. What was the idea behind Litterbox and its main characters? The design, the past designs, and yeah, that's the question.
I don't know, really. It's just kind of just playing with shapes, and then I don't know. I can't actually remember how they first came about. I mean, I've got initial sketches. I guess it was just sort of initial sketches, and then they just sort of evolved as the style evolved. But I can't actually remember sitting down and being like, "Fran's going to have this head shape." I don't really know where where it came from, honestly. I mean, it was a while ago now. As you can tell, I keep forgetting stuff.
Did you have your signature purple sweater like before Fran did?
That was
say yes, it cut out.
yeah,
I'm trying to know.
yes, I
Okay.
did. No, it was from it was just like a really comfy one I got from Walmart. So it's starting to get some holes in it now. I need to fix it because everyone loves it when I wear it to cons and stuff. I tried looking up like to see if there was like if they still made them or if there was a better version, and it was quite funny because when I did the searches, I was like, oh, that one's actually like looks even more like her one, and I realized it was a Cheshire Cat top from Disney. Like you look up Cheshire Cat striped top, and it's like they're almost exactly Fran tops, but I haven't found one in a nice fabric that isn't that kind of horrible like polyester shows all your I don't know lumps and bumps. So I'm going to stick with my holy Walmart one for now.
Color Gacha Gamer is wondering how they could audition for a character. Anybody's welcome. We're not really doing a casting call, but some people have been asking about auditions and offering their artistic services, and you can send anything to us by email just to contact@litterbox.tv, and we'll have a listen to it. Let's see. Some of these questions I'm not asking because they are confusing to me. And what they even are. But if the pilot goes super well, how many episodes would you do after that? And I'm going to add to that question, is there a point where enough would be enough? Like, what would be the maximum amount of Litterbox episodes?
No, we just want to keep going, really, don't we? We've got loads of ideas.
Yeah, that was a silly question of mine.
Come on until they come at us with pitchforks and torches. I want us to stop.
Yeah, we're gonna make as much of it as we possibly can. Zachary's saying his whole Litterbox comic U2's set will arrive September 14th, and he is very excited.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been excited to see those go out. I'm getting some too, so.
June says that they watched Pencilmation when they were younger, and it was fun. And Brian worked on that as well with me.
Yep.
101 Dalmatian Street. Is that the name of the show that you guys were talking about?
I don't think so, because they were on a farm. The one that I was thinking of.
Yeah, that'd be like 101 Dalmatian Dirt Road.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Dalmatian Street looks too modern. Thousands.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Oh, it's just 101 Dalmatians, the series, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that. You guys remember Oliver and Company, the Disney movie?
Yeah, I don't really like that one.
I don't really remember what happens, but I remember it.
It's about a kitten and a bunch of like dogs, and they're in New York City. And
Yeah.
Billy Joel did
I
the
don't like
music.
Billy Joel,
And
so I guess
think
that's probably
Voice
why.
the dog, Green dog. Yeah. I was watching the behind the scenes about that, and did you all know that it was originally pitched as a adaptation of Oliver Twist?
I did.
But the only thing they kept was like the name Oliver,
The
basically.
name, yeah.
Which is really funny to me.
Yeah, I love the behind the scenes on the Emperor's New Groove. How they had to like totally remake the whole movie because like they just couldn't decide on what they were doing for the project. And
Oh,
like
is that
Sting,
the one that
yeah,
Sting
Sting
did
did the
a whole
music. Yeah,
soundtrack for it, and then they
yeah,
didn't use any of the music?
that's why there's a
Yes.
documentary because his wife was recording the process of doing it, and that's probably the only reason there was anything that would have had such in-depth look at what was going on with that movie.
Yeah, that's right. Did you know that, Jessica? That Sting did the music, like all songs, like any Disney movie, did all these
Wow.
songs, and they didn't use any of them.
Because it was like a
That's
totally
rough.
different tone. It was like a more sincere, heartfelt type of Disney movie, not like the sarcastic David Spade style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And then
rough.
they had such a short amount of time, like they blew up the whole movie, and then they had like a really short
Yeah.
amount of time to like come up with a whole new movie. And because they were on such a time crunch, it's like, of course, the executives were like, "Oh, great, yeah, perfect, great, good," like, yeah, that was really, I was very frustrated. I found myself very frustrated watching that behind the scenes.
Yeah, I love the movie though. That's one of my favorite ones. It doesn't like hold up as much as like because it's not as sentimental or I guess like heartfelt, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I like that one a lot. One
Ghost
fun.
House says Anthony's song is a banger.
Which one's that?
Anthony's
What
song.
in
Is this
Emperor's New Groove? Or?
is this from Emperor's New Groove, or are we talking Oliver and Company? Oh, this is Billy Joel's song. Sorry. I need to deepen my culture. See, this is a case of me as an MC and a shallowness of cultural knowledge that's leading the conversation astray. Had I been familiar with that song, I wouldn't have brought it up in the middle of this question. So anyway, I need to do my homework. What is your absolute favorite character design from any media? Ryan Arosa. Favorite character design, which is it's not exactly the same as favorite character.
Well, the first one that popped in my head just because of its uniqueness is Earthworm Jim.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I love Earthworm Jim.
Kind of like mentally going around Futurama and thinking of things like Hypnotoad or Nibbler or something.
Oh yeah, Nibbler's good.
What about the Real Monsters guy that's like holding
Oh,
his
they're good,
eyeball?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they were
very
good.
uncomfortable, itchy style though. I like the classic
Yeah.
Cupo stuff, but it's just I don't know. I did
You
watch that
wouldn't hold
show,
your
but
eyeballs like that?
yeah, I wouldn't hold my eyeballs with my armpit hair sticking out of the side like a
The teacher in that looked like a Blue Meanie, didn't he? You guys
Oh,
watch
he
Yellow
did,
Submarine?
yeah. Yeah.
The Blue Meanie's a good design. I mean, also uncomfortable design, but
Oh, Derps is putting me on the spot here and asking when I'm going to release the Guild Next Door series that I announced back in 2021. I don't know. I made it's made. It's actually made. I just haven't released it because I made it and just didn't really have a plan as far as how I was going to release it. And now I don't just want to. I don't know. Just dump it out there. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Someday it will see the light of day
it's
eventually.
good. I've seen some, and we'll have to figure something out. I can
Yeah,
help
I showed it to Cheska,
tell people about it. Yeah, I got to see.
and she liked it. So as far as I'm concerned, my work's done. Mm, let's see. Roman Rodriguez wants to know if you can try to draw a real man in your cartoon series style named Charles Robert Jenkins. I feel like we're gonna need a reference. Charles Robert Jenkins. I don't know. I don't know any Charles Robert Jenkins.
Like a serial killer or something.
um, so let's see.
Oh, he is a strange character. He's definitely got a very caricaturable face.
What was the name again?
Charles Robert Jenkins. He seems to be well, I don't know if I got the right. He's an American military personnel. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. He has a particular look. Certainly very caricaturable, I would say.
Yeah.
If you know what he looks like, I feel like you'd be able to recognize him right away in animation. Well, this is pretty much all the questions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm seeing some little things that aren't totally questions. But so yeah, I think we'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 more live streams during the Kickstarter campaign, and I think it would also be really cool to like I said, I'm excited about the Discord server just to be able to, start getting fans together and and chatting with people more and keeping everybody updated on the pilot progress. I'm ready to start. I really want to start working on the pilot now. I'm like, we planned for the Kickstarter for so long, and now we're in the middle of it, and now I'm like, I want to work on the pilot.
Yeah, I'm starting to get excited about 2 weeks time, and then we actually start working on it.
Yeah. So we're all very excited, and anything else that either of you wanted to say?
Well, should we have a look at some of those contest entries?
Oh yeah, we have an art contest running. We have a little we made a little slideshow of some of the entries. I guess that started a couple of days ago, and runs close to the end of the campaign. I can't remember the exact day. A couple days before the campaign ends, I think we can announce the winners.
So many good ones already. It's fantastic. The theme is to cross the Litterbox family with a show, movie, or game, and I've been absolutely delighted at the results of this theme.
Yeah, so we've been excited. Oh, there I see some of them popping up now, I think. Oh, yeah, there they go. So maybe I'll have to
So cool.
do a drawing and enter the contest. I haven't drawn anything in a long time myself. I'm a little rusty.
All right, well, I drew the Jenkins dude.
Oh, very good. He looks like he's sort of popping up like the guy in Mortal Kombat. Ghosty!
Yeah.
Oh, and we should mention the prizes for the art contest. Top prize is the gold designer toy. The second place prize is the regular designer toy. Third place prize is the cereal box. And first place gets this. All places get the cereal box.
And first place gets a personalized portrait as well.
Yes, of course. And the first
hide the lead here.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, personalized portrait, signed and framed. So yeah, keep sending in your drawings, and we're excited to look at them, and we'll all get together and grade them, and then announce the winners.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So, well, maybe that's enough for tonight. Unless there's anything else you guys want to chat about. I
Yeah, I'm
think,
okay.
yeah, I think we'll get together and find a time for when we want to do another one, and then we will let everyone know. So thank you all for coming tonight, and yeah, keep spreading the word for the Kickstarter project. Still going on for another, I think, 13 days. And we're already
This time
funded.
yeah, this time 2 weeks we'll be doing our sort of closeout stream. It's going to be kind
Yeah,
of
that's
mad.
crazy. Crazy. Can't believe it. We planned for this for so long. It's still surreal to me for it to actually be happening.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully it'll
but
click before we actually release the pilot. We'll be like, oh shit, we did it. There it is.
yeah, I know. But I always feel like during these streams, it clicks more somehow because like actually talking about these things, it processes more. At least for me, like typing them, somehow it's like I don't know, like maybe it's all a dream.
I get that.
But so yeah, keep spreading the word on social media, and we're gonna keep rolling along with the Kickstarter. And thank you all so much. Everybody have a good night, good day wherever you are, and we'll look forward to doing this again soon.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks, everybody.
Cheska, Brian, and Kat. Thank you so much for running the stream, doing all the technical behind the scenes stuff. It's a huge help. I can't even imagine trying to do that at the same time as emceeing the questions and conversation. So thank you all and have a good night.
Thank you. Night.
Bye.